act as though it's happening. That's how you jump into any of the positions. And when that happens, when you have that nailed, you'll be able to jump between the 3 perceptual positions, and that will be empowering for you and all the people you're interacting with. When I began studying NLP back in the early 1990s, I was taught perceptual positions, and it is an amazing thing to understand. It basically states that we have 3 different positions in our minds that we view the world from.
Okay, so we're going to cover the 3 positions, and we'll talk about the pluses and the minuses of either being in those positions or being stuck in those positions. So let's start with the first position, position number 1.
Now realize when we say positions, we don't mean you're actually moving around. This is in your head. It's how you're viewing the world. And the first one is I. Position 1 is I. It is called ego. And these are where you're making a lot of I statements. You're inside yourself. You're seeing the world from your own eyes and viewing the world from that perspective.
Right. So first position in NLP terms is I. So what happens, the plus of that? So if you're in that first position, what are some of the good things about that? You own your emotions.
Right, that's the main one. You're in your own emotional states. You own them. You're aware of them.
You're connected to them.
Very often I'll hear people dissociate. They'll say, well, you know, you go home and your children aren't cleaned up and the house is a mess and you haven't, you know, you're suffering. And I say, that's not me. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I get them to say I. I go home and my kids and I.
Say
own
I.
your emotions. Say I. What's the minus of being stuck?
Okay, so the negative. What is the negative of being stuck in first position? Well, you're going to seem narcissistic. Narcissism is going to be all over it if you're stuck in first position. Now, is there a technical term for that, Mike?
Yes. The layman says narcissism. We just call it dickishness.
Okay, so let's talk about second position in the NLP model. Second position is called the position of empathy.
Now, let's not mistake empathy for sympathy.
Right.
Sympathy means we can feel sorry for someone, for what's happened to them. Empathy means that we are actually feeling their emotions as though we are them. Whether we like it or not, it's nothing to do with sympathy.
It's not
just
about understanding or feeling sorry. It's about feeling their
emotions, feeling their feelings. And it's a very good thing if you can jump into their mindset and think, yeah, I can feel how that would be a horrible thing, or I can feel why that would be empowering for you. This builds very strong connections of rapport with the person.
Okay, so what are the pluses of being in that state? Well, you just said that you're going to be in rapport. You're going to seem like a very caring person.
Yes.
What about the minuses? For someone who gets stuck in second position, what's up with that?
Well, if I was stuck in second position, I'd be making everything in life about you. People can become a bit of a doormat. They're framing everything according to someone else's feelings. And it's great to be able to dip into that to understand other people, but you want to be able to disengage and come back into first position again when you're running your own life.
So people don't walk all over you.
Yes.
All right. Now let's talk about third position. So the third position in NLP is?
Dissociation. Dissociation is they. Imagine I've got a conversation going with Chris. If I'm talking all about myself and narcissistic, I'm in I. I'm in one. It's me. But I can be there normally without getting stuck there. Now, remember, going to you, in other words, him, it is now empathy. I'm imagining what he's feeling, experiencing it from his side. The third one, imagine I step outside this conversation completely and dissociate and see the two of us standing there. This has no emotions at all, especially if you shrink that picture down and make it very small, getting far away from it. Dissociation does not have any emotions, theirs or mine.
Right, you're basically not in the experience. So if you imagine that you see two people having a conversation on the street corner and you're watching them, you don't know them, you're just observing them. You have no specific emotions about that situation.
And you're in third position at that time.
You're dissociated, that's it. Okay, so that's good because you can be objective, you can be external, right? So if you go into third position, that's an easy way to be objective.
Right,
What
it's
else?
a great way to deal with criticism. If you feel really bad when you're criticized, remember, dissociation, there is no emotion. So you can make a habit of just stepping outside the situation when you're criticized. Imagine seeing the two of you talking, observe it from that position, and you'll be able to get the data without an emotional charge contaminating it.
Okay, but what happens if somebody gets stuck in third position?
Well, stuck in any of them is bad, but that's why flexibility is important to be able to live between them.
You're not actually stuck, but if you get in the habit of
spend
being
too much
there
time
too
there.
much.
Yeah. But if you're stuck in third, you'll seem cold and distant.
Yeah.
Nothing will stir your emotions or make you really seem to care. So the key with all of these is to act as though it's happening. That's how you jump into any of the positions. Use the as if frame. Imagine you are perceiving from their position. Imagine you are on the outside as if that's actually happening. And when that happens, when you have that nailed, you'll be able to jump between the 3 perceptual positions, and that will be empowering for you and all the people you're interacting with.
Awesome. So if you enjoyed this video, check out the links in the description below the video. You'll find that we have a course, a full course called NLP Essentials. It's an awesome way to learn the essentials of NLP in about 6 hours. Lots of great material in there. If you want to learn more, go check it out. And we'll put a few other links in the description that'll make sense to you when you read them. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. Just smash that button. Smash that sucker, that's right. Because that way you'll be subscribed to our channel, and click the bell icon after you subscribe so you'll always be notified of our next videos. And we will see you in the next video.